There's a tremendous amount of turmoil going on in the interiors and seatings business in the automotive industry right now, and that's why I want to talk with Matt Simoncini, the President and CEO of the Lear Corporation, one of the biggest companies in this field. But first off, Matt, thanks so much for taking the time.
Oh, you're very welcome, John.
So what do you see going on here? I mean, your biggest competitor, JCI, has sold part of its business to the Chinese. Now they're saying that they're going to get out of the business, automotive business altogether. Right. We're seeing Magna, another interior supplier, selling off its business. We're seeing IAC bring in a turnaround artist as to run the company. Even Faurecia, part of PSA, divesting itself of part of its business or forming a joint venture in China. And here you guys are reporting record profits. But first of all, what's the turmoil? What's going on here?
Well, I really think it's indicative of the lack of returns in that particular product group. And what you're seeing is the financial community being very active in these companies, forcing them to get a proper return. So they're looking for different ways to do it. The product is highly engineered and at times a commodity priced. And so I think what you're seeing, each one's a slightly different case, John, but I think what you're seeing is the shareholder community, investment community asking for solutions, if you will. And if you can't get a return on a product through normal operations, then I think you're going to have to restructure.
Restructure or just get out of the business altogether, right?
Well, that's like waving a flag and saying we're giving up, which, and then you exit the business. I think there's always a home for this product. I think consolidation is good, all in all, because it gets excess capacity out of the industry and makes us more efficient as a supply chain. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Spinning a company off, I don't think is necessarily that. I believe it makes it riskier for the customers, but that business needs to go to someone. And ultimately, I think the most efficient supplier wins.
So here you are reporting record profits right now. What's the margin return that you're getting, and are you doing better than these other guys getting out of the business?
Yes, we are, John. It's to me, we've had the good fortune of having a great customer base and on the right product and a very diverse product portfolio. For us, we measure everything on a return on investment, and our return on investment, which is how we utilize engineering and capacity, is the highest in the industry, and we do that.
What's your rate?
We're in the 14% range for return on investment.
Yeah.
From a margin perspective, we're about 7%.
Okay, but still, that's awfully good.
Thank you.
You're at the head of the class in many cases, or most cases. In your category, cases, at the head of the class, for sure.
Right, and at the end, it's working with your customers to find the most efficient way to deliver the product and utilize your engineering and manufacturing capacity the best way possible. That's a collaboration that needs to happen more and more in the industry if we're going to be successful.
We've seen a lot of consolidation as you mentioned. What about vertical integration? What's Lear doing in that regards? What's your strategy?
Well, I think it's important to have capabilities in all the components that go in your product. For us, in particularly, we've been focused on surface materials of our seating, leather and fabric, and combining that with our ability to cut and sew the seat covers. And by doing that, we can improve the quality of the seat, the appearance of the seat, give unique designs, and ultimately provide the best product at the lowest possible cost. We're very focused on craftsmanship because I think that's a differentiating factor for our car companies.
You bought a leather company.
We did.
Eagle Ottawa.
The best in the business.
Yeah. Other areas that you're looking to vertically integrate in?
Our focus is shifting more to our electronics business, electrical business. As data comes into the vehicle, it's not about just moving electricity around the vehicle, it's moving information. And it's also bringing information from outside of the car into the car. So we're looking to get better in software, security software, and being able to move these data sources within the vehicle. And so we're doing some unique things that we'll be announcing here shortly.
Who ever thought a seating company would have to get involved in cybersecurity?
You never would have thought, but now the seats are becoming intelligent as well, John, and we can properly place airbag deployment and safety restraints. And so it's an exciting time, not just in electricity and electrical and the data in the vehicle, but everyday products like the seats are becoming intelligent, so it's an incredibly exciting time to be a supplier.
Exciting's right, because semi-autonomy is right on our doorstep, full autonomy right around the corner probably. Right. That's going to have a big impact on interior design.
It absolutely is. Does a seat need to face forward? Now, the seat is still a safety product, so we have to be conscious of the fact that the occupant needs to be protected because it's the first form of defense, if you will. But it's an exciting time in the industry. It's a little bit scary. I think, though, if we work together with the customers, we can attack it. And I think we can pull that back from Silicon Valley back to Detroit where it belongs.
I agree totally with that sentiment. You mentioned working better with your customer. Are the OEMs truly getting you guys more involved at an early stage, which is when you can really bring your expertise to their needs and wants?
For the most part, yes, they are. And I think the more successful collaborations result in better designs and smoother launches and more efficiency, if you will, throughout the supply chain. You still have certain cases where we're giving a blueprint effectively and told to make it, which is fine. But we believe the real value creation comes in that early collaboration, and we've done it quite well with our customers for many years. And I do believe that people are looking at, and car companies are looking at, different ways to do business to improve it. And yes, I think it is more pervasive.
Real good. Matt Simoncini, thanks so much for giving us this snapshot of what's going on in the whole interiors business, especially at Lear.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems, breakthrough technologies for lightweight vehicles. And by Pure Michigan, leading the automotive world in intelligent connected vehicles. We run on brain power.